mastic that I'm using here. And it's basically like kind of a glue to hold small tiles, because I'm using these little tiny glass tiles that are going to be in my, they're kind of the backdrop for my little shelves, built-in shelves that I made. So I'll get this all done, come back. And for the spaces around, and I already pre-measured, hey Rizzle, what's up here? You can see that each one of these squares doesn't quite fit the space, so I've measured out how much I need for around there, and I'm just, this is actually an old knife I found, just kind of cutting, and you can see how easily it cuts apart there. So I'm just using this and cutting them. This might be a little easier with a good knife or scissors, but this was handy. And it's got this little kind of plastic backing on here, so you just peel that off. See if I can do it and hold the phone. Ta-da! And then I'm just going to place this. And I probably should be using those little spacers to make sure that it's perfect, but I'm just kind of eyeballing them. Making sure that the spaces are roughly the same between the two sets. Make sure it's pushed up there evenly. And then just make sure that they're all really stuck down. I probably should have one of those little rubber, it's kind of like a rubber spatula for tile, but I'm just using my hand to make sure they're good and secure. And evenly lined up. Clean up some of my mess. Super sloppy, but yeah, they look really nice. And since I added the two on this side, what I'll do with this section that's going to go across the top is I'll overlap this seam that I had right here and place that up in there. So I'm probably going to need to put the phone down for this so I can actually do it, but we'll see. Again, just try to get it so that it's got about the same amount of space between the rows, just like the full sheets do. That looks pretty close. And they do sell spacers for this. It's just I'm being me, I guess. It's one of those things I've forgotten, and it's 60 miles to the nearest hardware store, so I'm just making do with what I got. So, and then I'll just put another little piece right in there. And the higher the angle, the deeper the grooves. This is a really small groove because I'm working with the little glass tiles. You can kind of see the little teeth on there. There's a lot of goo in the way. Let me see if I can. So you can see the little teeth. So if you have it at real flat, it's going to be kind of smooth. But then if you hold it at more of a perpendicular angle, you can see it makes those nifty little grooves, and that basically just gives it a little more bite for holding the tiles. in place. And here I'm just peeling off that backing. It's not actually sticky, it just protects it from dirt and stuff getting into it. And when you get it up and into place, just kind of give it a little push and twist. Kind of makes it stick real nice. Make sure you leave your edge room for the grout that's going to go in between. And with these little glass tiles, I'm going to be using a black sandless grout because that will not scratch the surface of this glass. And let's see, I need one strip of two. I've already cut some of this. And again, just kind of push and twist. Kind of gives it a little extra bite into those grooves of mastic. Might be good to have a rag or something, a wet rag for cleanup too. My shorts have become my cleanup rag along with my fingers. I just kind of wipe it off with my fingers and wipe it on my shorts. But, you know, to each his own. And again, because this was the side that had the two, I'll overlap that seam with the next bunch. Let me get that blob out of there first. My ladder also tends to be a place I wipe stuff. And right now, I'm trying to do this one-handed because I'm more or less holding on to the ladder while I do this, so that I don't fall. Get that lined up. Again, I'm making sure my seams are about the same size as the rest of the seams in these. Then I'll just start push and twist. And I probably won't grout these until next week because I did some outdoor cleanup most of this weekend and I'm kind of running out of time. And I think what I'm going to do is just get these all set in here so they're good to go for the grouting next weekend. And that'll give that mastic, because that mastic should really set up first. A good rule of thumb, I think, for just about anything is 24 hours. But it'll get a good week of dry time and cure time to make sure that everything is nice and solid. And then when I put the grout in, it'll be beautiful. I'm really excited about this. I think my favorite part of this is the fact that purple is one of my favorite colors, and since this is Tiger Mountain, I I kind of thought that these had a feel of, you know, being a little bit tiger-like in their stripes, and then the fact that there's, you know, these few random purple ones. You know, it's kind of a deep dark purple, but it's purple. And I love them. I saw them and I just was like, oh my gosh, this is what I have to have. So, anyways, I'm gonna keep going here. These are gonna look so good once I get that black sandless ground in there. I think the other reason I like these, besides the fact that they've got the purple and they kind of look tiger stripey, and since, you know, this place, the cabin itself, I guess I call it Tiger Mountain Bohemian Retreat, or TMBR timber. But I think part of the other, you know, besides that tiger factor, is I think I like these because as a digital media artist and painter, they, I don't know, they just kind of seem like digital, like pixels, and I really love that too. I think this is going to look really nice once they get completely done. And I'll finish out the walls and stuff like that. And I've got enough of these left that I can put them. I was thinking about going all the way around the room, kind of, you know, mid-line or something like that. But I might just do it on this wall here, which is, you know, the long wall. This is where the mirror will be in the kitchen, the bathroom sink will be right here. Toilet's going to be right there. So maybe, I don't know, about halfway up, maybe put just a stripe that goes all the way down the wall. Like I said, I was thinking about maybe going all the way around the room, but I don't know. I'll see how many I have and then maybe figure it out based off of that. But and then I'll finish up the walls and the floor, so I can get a toilet in here and the shower. I think those are the two most important things after I get it tiled. Still looking for deals on tile. I kind of know what I want, but it's one of those things that I've kind of come to terms with the fact that I don't always get what I want. Sometimes I get what I need. Yes, that was a reference to a song, but it's kind of like these little tiles that I found. They're, you know, something I kind of had a general idea in my mind, and then they happened to appear when I was looking at them and happened to have the money for them. And I keep looking at Craigslist and places like that, trying to hopefully get, you know, some deals on something. I've seen lots of tiles on there, but I don't know, they're just not floating my boat. And I'm really kind of at a point where it's like I want it to really be exactly what I want, or I'm just going to skip it for now. And I think that's a lot of the reason why I've done some of the work outside rather than inside lately, is because I just don't have the funds, after all the medical bills for my shoulder and whatnot, to really go out and just buy stuff that I really want. So I'm just kind of pacing myself through and doing what I can, and doing some of the outside work. Didn't cost any money because it was just using some of the materials I already had. And you know, when I find the right thing, you know, either free, a lot of the stuff you gotta remember I've gotten for free, or, you know, significantly discounted because I'm getting recycled things or things that are leftovers from other people's projects and whatnot. So I believe strongly that when the right thing is there, I'll find it and it'll be at the right price. So I'll just keep looking. If anybody's got any suggestions of places to look besides Craigslist or yard sales or things like that in the Colorado area particularly, mostly the Denver area or around South Park, just, you know, leave me some comments. below, and I'll gladly check out what your ideas are. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.